Welcome to today's video technical update presented by CMS Forex. It is Thursday, December 17th, 2009. I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst, and I'll go over some developments in the Forex market. We continue to see dollar strength, and I'll follow up on the euro dollar, pound dollar, and the US dollar Canadian dollar pairs. This video is being prepared at about 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time ahead of the Asian session. Alright, so starting with the euro dollar pair. Here's the daily look, and we see that the 1.45 area was easily broken. It took one day pause and then an aggressive bearish candle. So the bearish momentum is well in place, even though we're in oversold position. The stochastic is showing further decline, further bearish momentum. Let's take a step back and look at the weekly. We see that here we had a very strongly sustained uptrend, and now we have 3 straight weeks of decline. Now any time we have a strong rally and then we have 3 days, in this case 3 weeks against that, then we're approaching some support. So at the beginning of the week it was anticipated to be at 1.45, but it looks like we may close the week even below that. However, that means next week, to start next week, we are poised to have some support, some bullish interest here. But as far as a more long-term view, we see that the market has successfully reversed, and if we could establish another high somewhere here, then a bearish case, our bearish case is valid. So at the moment, we will see if next week the market can rally from here, and we'll basically have to monitor that rally very closely. Daily, we see the break, and in the 4-hour time frame, we basically see an accelerating down-sloping channel with the stochastic showing very weak momentum. Very strong bearish momentum is a better way to describe it. Our next pair is the pound dollar pair, and we're going to start in the weekly time frame here. See, to just a recap, we had a very sharp downtrend, and this year so far we had a reversal, but now it has consolidated. So there was a break of this moving average, and we're nearing a retest of it. So basically it has been consolidating between 1.59 to 1.67. You can see that more clearly in the daily chart. So I mean 1.69 to 1.7 roughly. Okay, so in the daily we see here that we're still in this range, but we're definitely in an intermediate downtrend in this channel. And we had an attempt to rally yesterday, and if that succeeded, we would have been looking for topping action at the 1.65 area. Let me show you what we anticipated yesterday. Here we see that, this is the consolidation zone, and earlier, actually last week, we saw a possible break below, but this week we saw that this was invalidated as the market returned here to retest the resistance of this channel, and it actually expanded the consolidation channel into a wider triangle here instead of this one here. And then yesterday we had a break. However, we mentioned that although this was a possible true breakout, the candlestick was strong. However, the 2 periods after that, the 2 4-hour periods after that, had a reversal combination, and it was at this power line here. So this kind of started to invalidate our outlook, and when the market re-entered this consolidation zone here, it definitely invalidated it. And that could be a sign of bearish strength, and we already saw that with bearish strength would be in line with our established downtrend anyway. So at the moment we see a little bounce as the stochastic is oversold, and we are touching the support of our downtrending channel. But we are in a bearish mode, so we would look for some topping action, possibly in the Asian session, to see some topping action here. And if it does, then we may see further decline to the 1.6 area here. Okay, so this is our short intermediate term outlook, and that requires a retest here and some bearish action coming out of that topping action. Alright, so that would be suggestive of a further decline towards 1.6, maybe even 1.59. And the time frame of that would be end of this week or the beginning of next week. Finally, we have the dollar Canadian dollar pair, and again we'll start at the weekly time frame. We see the market holding here at the 61.8% retracement area, slightly above 1.05. It actually came down to 1.02 before this formation of this congestion pattern of this triangle here. So we're nearing the apex, and therefore there could be an expected break very soon. Looking at the daily, we see that the market is testing our resistance near the apex again, and actually the stochastic is showing strength after today. Earlier it was around 50 area, and it was neutral, slightly bullish, but now it's a little more bullish after today, and that's shown by this candlestick. So if the market to start next week can break above this resistance area, then we could start a bullish outlook after some kind of retest of this zone is established. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, even at this moment we have a bearish butterfly, so the 1.0750 area is some short-term resistance, and therefore we may see some short-term retest of this 1.0650 area. Now if this holds, possibly if this declines, it will probably be tested in the Asian European session. If this holds, we may see a rally in Friday's final US session, but we'll see. To end the week, the market may not have that momentum, may not have that trigger to break above. So we'll see if the market stays in this range to end this week. We'll see to start next week if the market can break above 1.0750. But really we want to see the market break above 1.08. That's the outer bound of our range here. Okay. Of course, it's really a more conservative break would be a break above 1.0850 as well. Alright, so really this whole range is resistance, and we are testing it to end the week. Unlikely to break, but we'll see. It could be possible that there's some Friday data that sort of pushed the market up. But even if it does, we should wait for this retest to establish a low here before considering the bullish outlook. And the bullish outlook, we have some resistance areas here. So this may be one of the projections. Alright, but the short-term projection, however, is sort of like this. So again, this is where we may have some resistance. 1.11 area goes along with these. So we will have to see a retest, and if the 1.07, 1.08 area establishes itself as support, then the break of this resistance is more likely, and we may see a retest of this 1.17 area. Alright, and that wraps it up for today's update. Visit fxtimes.com for more technical and fundamental analysis, as well as educational live events. Once again, I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst here at CMS Forex, wishing you good trading.